Hi everyone, welcome to this week Weekly Market Update. As usual, remember to like my Facebook page, follow my Telegrams, and also follow my YouTube as well. By giving me a like, it's actually act as a support to me, to continue to do this Weekly Market Update as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy. So as usual, we'll see what happened on last Friday, and then coming weeks, things to take note, and also recap some of the counters, and also I think might be step into one or two new counter this week. Try not to introduce more unless there is any pretty interesting things happen on the chart itself. So last week we can see that market actually rebound on the Friday itself, but it closed out a losing week. All right, this means that basically on the last week trading, the whole 5 days, right, market is still on the red side. But ultimately, I think that isn't a bad thing because three indices like Dow, Nasdaq, S&P has been going up all-time high and all-time high, right? So I mean, just 1 week rate doesn't mean that it's a change of the channel or change of the trend itself. So it might be act as a pullback because right now market is at all-time high. People might want to do some profit taking as well, or mainly it's due to the WTI crude oil has tumbled more than 9%, so causing more of the energy shares has been dropping as well. And not only that, last week, due to the Fed July meeting, they actually released a minute saying that they are going to start tapering, as well as this might cause investors to sell their equity and commodity this week and bought more bonds on the fear that the Fed may actually go into the tapering, and this might cause the pressure of the economy itself. So this is what happened last week itself. And for this coming week, right, I think things to take note is actually on the meeting in the Jackson Hole. So this we will see later, where we can see that it's actually one of the meeting for this coming week. I think it's for on the Thursday itself, Wednesday or Thursday itself. All right. So let's see what will they say on the day. So and another thing is due to the week. I mean last week the July meeting, right? The minutes actually say that there's one weird thing because throughout my video I keep saying that the Fed will actually hike the interest rate before they start tapering. But in the minutes itself, right, they actually stated that the Fed official has repeatedly saying that they will taper first, and then the interest rate unlikely until the process has completed. All right, so this actually bring a doubt to me. Will they actually proceed of what they said? All right, so what happened is that the market actually briefly rebound after the minutes release, but then turned negative again. All right, we've down dropped more than 150 points at the point of time. I mean, on the minutes release, right? So this is what happened on last week. All right, so without further ado, let's go into the chart. So before the charting itself, we can see that. All right, so this is S&P 500. I dropped previously on 18 July, 25th July. I say I bounce back. Where is my target? If you guys still remember, I said that it will hit 4,005 or 4,006, right? So you can see that what it means just now is based on the weekly chart itself. All right, based on the weekly chart, it's showing a red candle. Okay, this is what happened to the last week. That means it closed red, but ultimately, it closed red doesn't mean it's a negative or doesn't mean it will drop, right? I mean, it's still in the uptrend. We still follow trade with the trend, right? So based on the day chart, I think the bounce back touching the 40 days moving average and then it bounce back, this is quite significant. If next week continue to go even higher, 4,005 shouldn't be too far away. All right, basically it hit 4,008, 4,040, 4,480 around there, the high on 16th August. So I think it's just a few points shine away from my first target, 4,005. I think it should be hit for this coming week, unless there's any pretty bad news. All right, so let's move on to the next counter. We are looking at is actually Nikkei. Nikkei, remember I shared, I also keep emphasize in my Telegram. I mean, if you guys have been, I mean, in my public Telegram group. All right, 1st August, I say downside bias. All right, downside bias, or 1st of August is somewhere around here. All right, is somewhere around here. So it bounce back, touches the descending triangle, continue to plunge. All right, I say you short, don't short the strong counter like S&P, Dow Jones, Nasdaq. Don't short them. Short those that are weak. All right. So ultimately, this is what I spot on Nikkei, and weak is something like China A50. All right, it's weak. Can you see? It touches the support once again. All right, and then also if let's say you are shorting Hang Seng Index, this is the weak. All right, 25,000 is the so-called the main point right now. Though right now is the main point, and then after that it break the so-called a quite crucial immediate support trend channel. All right, this uptrend support right now it break down 25,000, but this is a 25,000 is very crucial support where it touch break and then bounce back. So right now we touch break and bounce back. Why I say it's a higher tendency that you will bounce back is because a lot of China shares is doing badly and is dropping badly. Those big shares like 10 cents, all right, uh, like Ping An, like there's a lot. All right, there's a lot. I'm not going to go through, but 10 cents since I open, I just want to look into it as well. So for 10 cents itself, it's quite interesting because from the high itself, we draw all the way to the support based on Fibonacci level, we can see that it actually touches a crucial point at 23.6%. So right now, this is a very huge, big cap company listed in Hong Kong, 10 cents. If you're not aware, right now the pricing at 425, I think is relatively cheap, whether it's long term or short term. But ultimately, it's still based on the China regulations, right? How are they going to play on this game itself? Otherwise, if let's say they never announce the regulations stepping in, right, you will still be getting 10 cents at 600, 700 plus. Right, so right now this might act as a risk, but also another way it act as an opportunity. So it's up to you whether you want to slowly dollar averaging accumulations method to buy in, or you want to wait for lower. All right, for long term, I think it's a good first point to accumulate. I mean, a small sums to accumulate, right? Because ultimately this is a good company. The company structure did not change, all right? So it's due to the regulations. All right, so the next counter I'm going into it is actually LVS. This will be my last time touching on Las Vegas. Why? Because it actually hit my TP level at 38. So right now it closed at 37.50. I think it's what's the price right now. I think it's closed at last Friday it closed at 37.55. So hit my 38. So congrats for people who shot out on this on 18 July, whereby it's somewhere around here. All right, $45. I think you got around $9, $9 plus. Let me see. All right, maybe you got 10 bucks here. All right, it's a 10 bucks drop. It's quite significant. All right, so that is my follow up for Las Vegas. It touches the crucial support area. Will there be any bounce back? You might need to consider right now. All right, consider what market is at all time high. Will the virus continue? Because this is the travel industry, right? Las Vegas hotel industry. All right, tourist industry. So consider from that sector whether you want to load it or you want to wait for a little bit more longer. Next counter we are going to take a look is actually Gilead. Mentioned last week, Gilead. All right, so continue to go even higher. Congrats if you have managed to buy on it. All right, break. Congrats, going higher. 15 July, August is somewhere here. All right, the price is somewhere here. This red color line, can you see that? Right now it's 72. So my first target is quite ambitious at 83. We shall see how does Gilead perform going forward. And then I mentioned of PLTR last week. All right, so yeah, the date is stated here. So I'm looking at 28, 31 breakout pullback right now is a good point. All right, as long as you don't break 22.5 and $20 is the immediate support area. Immediate is 22.5. The pivot point is at $20. That means once it break, it should come down. All right, it break, it come down, but it didn't. It go even higher. All right, it break doesn't mean it's for you to short, right? It break is for you to protect your long. And if you protect it and then the price bounce back, it's good for you to ride it. But I wait for another round to see more decent support. So this is a more decent support. That's why I give another call to buy on platinum. All right, Palladium. Sorry. All right. Next thing, we are looking into Coinbase. I think I mentioned that as well. Yes. Can you see on 50 August? So on 50 August, I think in my Telegram group, I say that there's some interesting point. So what happened? It actually touches the lower point of the channel right now, and then it bounced back from the lower point. As you can see, that Bitcoin is hitting. Uh, Bitcoin right now is actually hitting on. Okay, close to 50,000. All right, it's going good, and there's some good news on Coinbase as well. So for Coinbase, I think they are going to use their 10% revenue or earnings going to cryptocurrency. So I think if let's say cryptocurrency is what you are looking for, right? It's good to accumulate Coinbase at this lower price. I think it's almost 50% since the high of 430, right? So it's good to accumulate. If you hit accumulates a little bit in 2000, I think this price range is quite significant good lah. All right, so next I'm still on Coinbase, by the way. I'm into it as well. My first target will be 300. All right, that's the whole round figure. So the next one I'm going to introduce is actually on new counter. I guess a lot of people is looking at it. Tesla I touched very long ago, 14 March. Oh my god, that is like 5 months ago, right? I say that if you're able to buy a price below 619, you are better than Art Invest. All right, Art Invest Fund House. All right, don't know what is Art Investment? Go Google search what is Art ETF. You should know. All right, they are the best performing ETF last year by Catwood, right? So go take a look. So next thing right now for Tesla, I think they came out with this what AI model, a new model over the weekend. They mentions. I can't find the news right now. So basically, right now I can see that there's an ascending triangle. For me, it's an uptrend. Overall, it's an uptrend. For me, an ascending triangle. So it's been supported a couple of times. I'm looking more on the upside for Tesla. I'm looking more upside for Tesla. All right, once it break this 720, then we can see the next high. So I can write today's date is actually on the 22nd August. Break 720. Go turn even, turn bullish. All right, so this is the 720. All right, so we shall see. And where is the TP? I mean, it's for you to decide. But if you want, I can actually draw the first immediate resistance first that actually form is somewhere around here. All right, so 780. So I can just write break first resistance level at 780. All right, stop loss. I will explain myself. I mean, you guys should know where is your stop loss by now. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. Okay, so we shall recap following weeks again. So that's all for Tesla. And then we shall go into the next counter. It's actually on Macy. All right, this is new counter that I found today. Okay, so for Macy's, right, uh, pretty interesting on this chart. Uh, you can see this is what happened over the overall view for Macy's this counter. All right, in 1993, right now we're actually at a price of 1993. All right, if you born after that, right now is for you to catch up before you stay that why not you are born in 1992, right? So right now the price actually touches the lowest since the COVID period, $4 plus, bounce back to 20 plus dollars. If you write on it, congrats to you. If you didn't, then it might also add another chance. Why? Because on weekly chart we can see that it actually broke above the first layer on the Fibonacci at 23.6%. So I used all swing low to swing high all the way. We dissect itself on the Fibonacci level, individual support, 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 support. All right, support. Right now it break the first resistance level. This is good, but ultimately we are still at the downside. All right, we are still at the downside. So don't be too happy. We are still at the downside. Right now it's just whether can this change or not. Of course, you don't expect it to straight away go up. All right, of course there will be some pullback, then it will go up, pullback, then go up. All right, so it act like exactly here. So if you don't know how the things is going to move, you can replicate this area and this area the same. All right, you can replicate. Okay, so let's take a look how you're going to do. So based on weekly chart, can you see that if let's say we are talking about it break up, it should come back, break up, come back, break up, come back. So right now it break up, okay, so it should come back, break up, come back, break up. Can you see that? So you can just replicate. All right, replicate. Come down, go up, and then we go up. All right, this is what based on technical analysis, historical price, right? Of course, this is 2008, the financial crisis. If you don't want to look so way behind, then you just slowly based on your Fibonacci and your trend level to draw lah. All right, this is a very significant strong one. Why? I think it's because of the earnings report, if I'm not wrong. All right, can you see there's a good earnings report? All right, it reported 400 plus. All right, $1.06. All right, it's a 450%. All right, can Google more on this counter if you are really keen. So this is what I introduced for this week as well. That's all for this week. I'm not going to go into in depth as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy my video, enjoy your weekend as well. Then I will see you guys next week again. Remember to follow me. Bye bye.